Just for giggles, would you start us out with some belly breathing while I get my space?
Yes, yes, yes. Let's do 5 big old deep breaths. I'll count out the first couple with you. You're going to take a deep breath in your nose and let it go all the way down through your body into your belly and fill your belly up as full as you can get it. And then all the way out. Another one, deep breath in. Let's do 2 more. The last big, deep, slow breath in. And all the way out.
Beautiful. And in this deep, relaxed state, comfortable, having taken some big belly breaths, allow yourself to sink into the chair that you're sitting in, or relax back into the cushions, or if you might be laying down, to really sink into that space. And with your eyes closed, draw your attention to the chair beneath you. And notice how that chair supports you. Allow that chair to support you. And allow that to be a metaphor for how the universe is here to support you. And therefore, you to feel supported. Feel supported in this moment with your eyes closed, and continue to deep breathe. And as you feel supported, it's easier to sink into the chair. It's easier to relax all your muscles from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. And the more you relax, the more you feel supported. The more you feel supported, the more you relax. And deeper down you go into this relaxation. There's an anticipation, an eagerness to get started for this particular hypnosis session. And I encourage you to hang on to that. Take that along for the ride. And in a moment, not just yet, I'm going to count from 10 down to 1. And by the time we get to 1, you will be deeply, deeply relaxed. As deep as you can. We're going to travel down into the resource state, your subconscious mind. It's always there to protect you, and it will always tell you the truth. This is where all your information is, all your knowingness, all your tools, your gifts. Some realized and some not yet. As we begin to make our descent, feeling safe, comfortable, relaxed, as we continue to take those deep breaths, continue to oxygenate our bodies, our muscles go slack. Maybe our head, our chin approximates our chest. Maybe our head tilts to one side or the other. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, all the way down, deep, deep, deep into relaxation, deep into comfort, deep into knowingness. And in this deep, relaxed place, in your mind's eye, you're going to transport yourself to a doctor's office. This could be one that you've physically been to, one that you've seen on a television show or movie, or one that you just make up in your head. Imagine in your mind's eye, you can see yourself going into this doctor's office. And as you sit down and have a conversation with your doctor, you discuss the desire to become healthier, to become leaner, to take more control of your eating and your food choices. As you speak to your doctor, he or she is careful to remind you that there is no shame, no judgment, no shoulds in where you are in this moment. Where you are is where you are, and it is perfect. And in your mind's eye, see that doctor or that doctor figure looking at you with the kindest, most generous eyes. See that individual looking at you and sharing with you the compassion that you imagine God would extend to you. And in your mind's eye, as your doctor is sending this information to you and telling you that he or she is going to take care of you, he or she is going to help you in your journey to be healthier, to be in a smaller body, to make more healthful food choices, to be more active in your daily life. And allow yourself in this moment to take that in. Allow yourself to receive that communication. This is nothing new. This has been coming to you in many ways your entire life. In this moment, we're going to take a moment to recognize what it looks like to receive a healing. As you confer with your doctor and you agree on a plan, and the plan involves a surgery, a simple procedure that's going to shrink the size of your stomach to about the size of a baseball or tennis ball. And if you have one in your hand, go ahead and draw your attention to that. See about what that feels like. And that's how much food per meal you will begin to eat. And as you begin to anchor in that concept in your mind's eye, sitting across from your doctor, and approving and signing off on this agreement to make your stomach smaller, to begin this journey of healing, of healing your body, of healing your spirit, in order to have a healthier, more substantial, fitter life. In your mind's eye, see yourself leaving that doctor's office. And then in your mind's eye, see yourself walking into a hospital or a surgical suite. Going into some place where they perform surgeries. And in your mind's eye, see who is with you to support you. A family member, a friend, spouse, child, or parent. And feel that support from your support system. Take in that compassion, that love, the concept that this is going to be all right. And in your mind's eye, see yourself walking into this surgical center or this hospital. And in your mind's eye, hear the sounds that you might hear in a surgical center or hospital. Smell what you might smell in a surgical center. What might you see? What equipment you might see? What personnel? The lighting? Are there sounds that are unique to a facility like this? How does it feel when you walk into this space? Are you tense with anticipation? Are you calm and relaxed? Are you fearful and need to be reassured? It's okay. Take a deep breath and go deeper down, deeper down, deeper down into relaxation. And be in that place in your mind's eye. And you walked into the surgical center. And perhaps you go up to a desk and fill out some paperwork. Say hello to the admitting nurse. Perhaps you're drawn into a room where the doctor goes over with you the procedure you're about to receive, where they don't actually cut out the stomach. Instead, they put a band around the stomach that closes off part of the stomach so you can only take in about the amount of food of a tennis ball or a baseball. And maybe you sign a waiver. Maybe you're encouraged by the staff. Maybe you ask some questions. Or maybe you're calm and resolute that this is the healing that you need in this moment, that you need right now. And that you're willing to do the work. You're willing to do the action steps, the follow-up that goes in line with this surgery. You have made peace with whatever has held you back, whatever has kept you from living the life you wish. And you have agreed and you have promised, and you will be held accountable in the most loving way possible to do your follow-up, to do your part. The surgeon is about to do his or her part, and you agree to do yours. And in the next moment, you are led into an individual private suite. And you are asked to put on a gown. And this gown you put on with the opening in front. And you tie it up. And you step up to and lay back on a bed or a gurney. And imagine that it feels really good. You can feel the cold metal of the handrails under each hand. You can feel the anticipation of what's about to proceed. And in some way, you kind of feel like you're on a throne as you're being taken back to the surgical room. You're in your gown and you have your surgical booties on, maybe a cap over your hair, maybe another one over your beard if you have one. And you feel good. You feel ready. And in this next moment, as they wheel you into the surgical center, the anesthesiologist comes into the room, introduces him or herself to you, and invites you in the bed to recline all the way back. And the nurse puts a small IV in your arm, takes your vitals one more time, and then the anesthesiologist asks how you're doing. Are you comfortable? Maybe even tells a joke to lighten the mood and bring in some amusement. And before you know it, you are asleep. And in this moment, your astral body can watch the procedure as your physical body is undergoing this very precise procedure to put a gastric band on your stomach, to help mechanically make your stomach smaller so that you have the assistance to eat smaller meals. One more time. If you have that ball in your hand, feel it. Squeeze down on it. Maybe squeeze it in both hands. This is about the size of your stomach after the surgery. This is about how much you need to eat at each meal. How cool is that? And in the next moment, in your mind's eye, you wake up in the recovery room. Already you're feeling the shift. You're feeling encouraged. You're ready to begin losing the weight, releasing the weight, stepping into perfect radiant health. You have agreed to take the action steps and the follow-up. And you will take as much time as you need to rest. And go ahead and put a hand on your stomach where the incisions might be from this virtual gastric band surgery. And allow yourself to be amazed at this technology. Allow yourself to be grateful. You might get emotional. For some, this has been a long journey. And in the next moment, you see yourself walking out of the hospital or walking out of the surgical center. And already you know that something has shifted. You know that your world is about to change. And this is a change that you have contracted into, that you are ready for, that you are willing to take the assist of having the gastric band, the virtual gastric band procedure done. And as you pay attention to that ball in your hand, you are comforted by the fact that this is how much food you need 3 times a day, and plenty of water to hydrate and flush out toxins. And the other thing that makes this so exciting is that you now realize that this is easy and this can be painless. And in your mind's eye, as you see yourself walking out of the surgical center, feeling alive, feeling composed, feeling energetic, determined. And as you walk away from the surgical center, with the help of your support system, you're able to travel home, where you begin your brief recovery. And you know that the change has happened, that the shift has happened, that you can no longer eat more than the size of a ball of food per meal. And that you are dying to drink more water. Pure, clean water sounds amazing. And you can have all the water you like. So take that in and see yourself recovering at home. And in your mind's eye, see yourself taking those action steps, eating those smaller portions, getting up to exercise, pushing the food away that's not healthy for you, saying no at a restaurant or a party when somebody offers you something that isn't a vibrational match for your body and for your healing goals. See it as if it has happened already. As you squeeze that ball, you can feel that your stomach is smaller, that your appetite is smaller, that your desire for healthy foods and plenty of water is stronger. Your desire to exercise and stretch and be social is stronger. This is the you remember. It's like coming home. And maybe you cry a little bit. And it's that good kind of cry. Go ahead. You might find yourself tearing up right now. You might need a tissue or a box because you have done some remarkable work right here and right now. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 10. And you will come back to the room feeling alive and energetic, ready to take on your day. If you are listening to this before bed, you will go back to sleep and have a wonderful night's sleep as your body heals at this new vibration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Eyes open, wake up. Everybody back to the room. Hello, hello.
Oh, hello. It's so bright. Thank you.
Kind of cool, huh?
It's yeah, it's really cool. It's really, really cool.
So each week in this month of December, we're going to march through a component of Virtual Gastric Band Hypnotherapy. This was the first part. There will be 3 more. Stay tuned. Re-listen to this if you need to anchor this information more. Again, you can call if you want an individual session or reach out to us. In the meantime, I'm Dr. Cynthia Smith.
I'm Kaylyn. This is Intuitive Hypnotherapy Podcast,
where we invited you to come for the chat and you stayed for the healing.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.